Hi, how are you doing? Welcome to Thursday. We are here to finish off the No Doubt pouch. There's no doubt you got it wrong last time. I cut off about that much. It's doing it live. I've done two, right? I did two perfectly fine, and then it just went. And they're such a quick make once you're doing them, and I just completely messed it up. You know, I keep wanting to swear, and just so yeah. We're going to finish the No Doubt pouch. Hi, Ram. I obviously got in a snip when I put them in the bag because the ones I've made have come out a little bit wonky. I obviously haven't been storing them flat. So this is what we're making. Let's go over to here. Hiya Louise, how you doing? Where are we going? 3. So this is what we're making. We're making a No Doubt pouch. It's called No Doubt because it's got a window. And so there's no doubt what's in there. So they actually, I mean, you can change the depth, you can change the sizing of it once you know what you're doing. So yeah, there is a pattern. I will put it onto the website. I don't know, I think it's already on the website if you wanted it. There's a PDF and other. Look at this. Obviously where it's been stored in the bag, I didn't flatten it nicely, so it's gone all warped, so it'll need to go under a book, I think. So I went home and I sorted it out. So I've put that side on, okay. I've actually bound it, but we're going to do this side so that you can see how it's done. All right, and then you just repeat on the other side. Okay, so I've gone all the way round. I measured it and measured it and measured it and measured it, and I think I've got it right. So it's all good. So we are now going to put this side on. Okay, now for me, I found if I opened it up, this gave this a bit more maneuverability. So because we're working with vinyl, you want to make it, you want to use clips, not pins, because the less, how this hasn't sheared off with the amount of times that I've sewn it on and taken it off. So right, we want that to sit there. Now we work with the lining to lining. Hiya Marilyn, how are you doing? Hiya Linda. So we are doing this. Okay, I meant to go over this bit here with my lime green as well. So this edge here, the edge of the end of the zip, you've got a seam here. So that seam we want to match it up with the seam on our window piece, our side piece. Okay, so you would just line those up and clip that in place. Turn it round, line it up with the seams together like that. Okay, now if this is the first time you've joined us, last Thursday we did the first part of this project, which is why it looks like we're just going off half cocked. So put that on there. So now you know that those two are going to line up, and you just make the rest of it fit then, really. So we're going to flip that out. We're doing lining to lining size, and you're going to go around like this and clip it in place. It's actually easier if you're working with the vinyl in the front, you can actually see it better. So we're just clipping this all into place like that along the top. You can see how much I've played around with it by the amount of fray that I've got. Okay, I'll just pull that out. like that. I think they're going to be a handy size. They're handy for like makeup and things like that. Okay, so we're just going to fit these in like this. Now, part of it, you're going to find that it seems a bit tight, but as we sew, I'm going to sew from here down and up. You'll find that this will push. We're just clipping it into place to make sure that we've got enough space. Okay, and then this one, if you flop the bit that you're working with onto the onto your table, we're going to fit this on here. It's harder doing the second one, I think. You want this to line up under here. You need to make sure these bits are thing. Now I put a dab of glue, one of these, which has got nothing in it. Oh, there you go. This glue will do. So this one is the Roxanne Glue Base Stick Dip and Dab, which we do have on the website. And this one is the Sew Line. This is the one I've got at home. It's a dryer, it's a Pritt stick. So if you just put a bit of glue onto your vinyl, like that, that'll hold your fabric in place while you're manoeuvring it around. So a bit on there. A bit on there. You're not going to see it. It's all going to be hidden, that bit. Okay, brilliant. These glue bits are really good. I mean, the double-sided sticky tape would probably work as well. So we're going to manoeuvre this around. You need to make sure it's all held down like that. And clip that in place just before the corner. Do the same on the other side. Okay, and take that and clip that into place just before the corner, like that. And then if you fold it, you'll get a corner. It will work itself out into a corner. Just keep pleating and make sure that your edges line up. Like I say, this is going to move. A lot of this is going to move. You just want to start off with a bit of a plan, like that. The bits that you really want to be exact are these bits here. The rest of it is all going to sort of, you know, you can lose a bit in the corners if you've got too much. So this now will push all the way to the end, and hopefully it will keep pushing as you take the clips out. It'll all move. Okay, so we're going to start here, and I'm going to work from this side so that I can maneuver this easier. All right, so you're going to start from not the plastic side. All right, okay, let's do this thing. So who have we got here? Do a 1/4 inch seam on the gusset for ease of working. Yes, of course you could. You're going to cover it all with binding, so yeah, you're going to cover it all with binding, so you're going to cover up a lot of your if you've got to go back and make sure it's all put together and everything, you're covering it up with binding. I don't worry about those things. I know some of you out there want it to be perfect. So, oh, hi Karen. I hope that you're healing well, yes. Where are we? Where am I? Where am I? There we are. Right, okay, so you with me? We're going to start by here. So I'm going to take that out. Oh. What was the needle going at? There we are. Okay, so Sarah's got white in this. Oh. My foot is triggering. So it's come unthreaded. Needle up. Okay, where are we? There. Hang on a minute. Just got. I found the end. It's okay. We found the end. It goes in there. Look at me, I'm almost a pro. Right, let's go with scissors. What do you do with scissors? There. It's really weird working in somebody else's workshop because I know exactly where everything is in my place. I've got so many pairs of scissors, I only have to turn around and I can catch sight of them. But working in Sarah's room, I don't know where she puts everything. Okay, right, so shall we try that again, folks? So we're going in there and we're going to I'm going to take my stitch length up. Is it that one? That one? That one. I'm going to take it up to a 3. Maybe. There we go. Take it up to a 3. Because I'm going through quite a lot of fabric now. So I'm coming down to the corner and making sure everything is as flat as I can make it. I'd say it's more difficult on the second side, but it is a lot easier than I'm making it look, honestly. Right, I've got down to the side. I'm going to come off at the corner. Okay, I've decided that's the easiest way for doing corners, especially if I'm going to cover it with binding. So now I'm just going to fold this back so that I get a corner like that and come back in, feel around, and I'm going to come back in where it starts again. You can see that it's starting to shove the fabric around. Making sure that I'm still coming to the edge of my side piece. And pulling it down. Like I say, I made 2 and I had no problems whatsoever with them. This one, because this one was special, it was made with the geckos and everything, I've really faffed around with this one. So I'm folding this so that I've got my corner piece, or my bottom, your bottom corners, and I'm going to go back in. I'm going to pull that bit out a little bit. Try not to sew it. And go back in there. And it should go all the way up now. It's worked itself lovely. Now we're just going around the vinyl. Now the vinyl has a tendency to stick to your machine, so you need to go slow and you might need to help it. The reason I open up the zip here is so that I can get my hands in. Yes, you could cut the vinyl to be just the the window size, but I kept the vinyl in to make it stiff. I wanted it to stand up, rightly or wrongly. That was just what I decided to do. I wanted it to be a stand-up pouch, so that it held itself up. But once it's full, it's going to hold itself up anyway. Going all the way around here. Try not to sew the zip in set. Pull that out. There we go. So this is all sewing itself in, like that. We're nearly at the end. Coming around the corner. I did trim the round bit off on the other one, because I had quite a bit. The fabric slipped a little, so I just re-rounded my corners. I think I'm going to need to do that with this one as well. And there we go. We're all the way back. Just flatten it out. All the way back to here. There we go. Okay, so just check that we've managed to catch fabric in everywhere. Now you can see that I've got quite a bit of plastic here, so I'm going to take some scissors and I'm just going to round it off a little bit more, because my binding is going to sit on there. So I've just taken the same amount on this side as I took off on the other side. It ain't pretty. It ain't pretty at the moment, but we're going to make it pretty. So all of these bits that are hanging off is because I've been manipulating it. I don't think the fabric itself frays that much. I know there are fabrics out there that do, but this one I don't think it's a frayy fabric. It's just where I've been messing with it. See, with the vinyl in it, it stands on its own when it's empty, and that's what I wanted. Right, binding. I don't know how to.